Hi, Smile Red Songbird in New York City. Eve, Evangeline Einstein, this is Jesus Christ, Corinda Singh, my fiance and husband and brother, and this is me standing in front of my artwork, a collage of photographs that are on display downtown Manhattan, and also have collage on display in Mumbai, India. These are my brothers this is my father, my brother, Muslim, Tarek, Dejanian, Milton Harris, and my son, William, who was Popeye, and he was the Knight of the Round Table. And they attended the exhibit with me. They have artwork there as well. Okay, the curse has been lifted, and the veil of darkness is being lighted up. And so let me read some of my report to you. I'm very excited. But I learned today, I went to the doctor because I've been having a shortness of breath. I tell them it's because I'm pregnant with twins and I'm breathing for 3 people, not just one. But Dr. Kopke, who was my aunt in a previous life, insisted. Well, she suggested, and I follow her suggestions, that I go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor. The doctor, his assistant took my blood pressure. It's usually high these days. Sometimes it used to be low. Today, he said, relax. I obeyed. I relaxed. And my blood pressure was low. So that let me know that if I relax, I don't have high blood pressure. And my first husband, Edwin Birdsong, the first time I went to his apartment, he said, relax. And I heard him. I thought that was significant. And then my spiritual guide, the 20th century and the 1st century, Jesus Christ, Charan Singh, used to do deep breathing exercises. And he was letting me know you need to do deep breathing exercises. And he talked about a surgeon who volunteered in his eye camp where he was restoring sight to the blind by removing the cataracts from the eyes of the elders, poor people in India. And he had this free eye clinic. And so he was praising the surgeon, and he said, he's so relaxed. You see that word again. So the secret to me understanding what my dream is to relax. Okay? So relax. What does it say? This is relax decoded. Her, Eve, energy. Okay, so her is me, and I am Eve energy. The energy of Eve, the first mother of the earth. Will, Adam, at one, Aton, Adam, unknown. He's Michael Bublé, is Adam, the first entity. And he's unknown. You see, that's how that is. You enter. You is me because this finger is pointing to me. You enter kingdom. Now, N-O-W, own. If you move the letters around, it spells O-W-N, own. One. Move these letters around, you have W-O-N, one. And then if you decode the word one, hanging breaths, so that's a female, order, enter. Okay? So my orders enter the kingdom. And that's what I said. The curse has been lifted. My orders are now being taken. Okay, now Dr. Shaw, that was my doctor today. That I had a fight with. He said, Dr. Shaw is ignorant. He says I'm not pregnant. I'm carrying twins, immaculately conceived. Just like Sarah, Abraham's wife, God gave her a baby at 90 years old. I'm supposed to be 74 years old. That's why the doctor, his training tells him, I can't be pregnant. He has no imagination, you see. Imagination is at the realm of invisible. So he can only go by the five senses. He's very limited. So immaculately conceived, my babies are immaculately conceived with God on earth, Jesus Christ. Okay, he's one of my baby's daddies. Gorinda Singh is his name this life. Gorinda Singh, yeah. And my other baby was immaculately conceived with God in the sky, the highest high, the sun, God. The truth is a stranger to fiction. Fiction decoded. Feel, I sex, which means pleasure. Feel pleasure. See, truth. I ordered. Enter. I order what enters. What decoded. To W, you see two U's here? W, heaven, at. W, you are the double of heaven. And your at enters. Centers. No dissenters. The centers on around the earth, centers around the heaven. It's heaven on earth. This is what we have now. Gorinda Singh, Jesus Christ, is the architect of heaven on earth. He's the son of the sun. And I am Eve Evangeline, the daughter of the sun. Okay. And he says, the sun says, I'm his star. Okay, so the earth centers around the mother, Eve. What is this? Oh, okay. This is my wedding. Jesus Christ is marrying me. So I was planning my wedding. I'm not going to read that right now because the list isn't complete. It says here, I am a good listener. I take things personally because I personally feel things. This article is on the Medium app. It's online. It's in the realm of psychology. I was Freud. I was a German psychiatrist, Fritz Perls. I was Jung's wife, Emma. Jung, you'll be interested to know, is Muhammad, is Dr. Jordan Peterson, is Dostoevsky, and Nietzsche, all in one. All the past lives he's been. Featured stories. The Secret Life. I didn't put her name. I thought I wrote the woman's name. Oh, here we are. This is the title of the article. The Secret Life of a Highly Sensitive Person and Why the Trait Can Actually Be an Advantage by Melody Wilding. My daughter Melanie is wild. She's very bright. She was Christopher Columbus, the explorer. She was Queen of Egypt, Cleopatra. She was the genius, mentally tormented Vincent van Gogh. She was St. Patrick, the patron saint of the poor, and the patron saint of Ireland. Okay. So, this woman, Melody, who wrote this article, is saying what is also true for me. She says, I can read other people without them saying a word. I feel everything all the time, really deeply, really deeply. Okay, note, this is what I'm saying. I provoke thought. I did that when I was Socrates. That's because I'm a highly sensitive person, or HSP, highly sensitive person. Sensory processing, sensitivity, sensory processing, sensitivity, these are scientific terms. Is the traits scientific term? That's what I just said. Okay, let's decode sensitivity. Sense is situation activity. Okay, I can sense a situation's activity meaning, what it means. I'm entering a situation and I can sense what it means without discussing it. I can just sense, oh, this is dangerous. Oh, this is wonderful. Whatever is the real meaning of it. Okay, SPS is the traits scientific term, and while it's greatly misunderstood and often mischaracterized, it's found in 15 to 20% of the population. Another word for this is I am a true empath. EMPATH. Okay, so that means I pick up on other people's feelings. I feel what is around me, what is close to me. And that was hell, and it drove me crazy until I realized I was feeling other people's feelings. In this one body, I was feeling a barrage of feelings. So I had to learn to look at each feeling, own it, and make it go back to being a part of me instead of dominating me. And that's called talk and share process that I created, along with Jesus Christ, the 1st and 20th century Charan Singh, who is now Gurinder Singh. I was privileged, I guess through remote viewing, to see Charan Singh enter Gurinder Singh's being. And so that's why he's Charan Singh, Jesus Christ, 1st and 20th. And he's the 21st century Jesus Christ. He's all Jesus Christ. And he's also St. Nicholas, Santa Claus. And he's the Buddha. And he's St. Valentine. And he was a samurai soldier. And he was a goddess of triumph, Nike. See, and he's a lot of rock singers. He was Frank Zappa. He was Dean Martin. He was Nat King Cole. Some of these are projections of him, and some he actually was. And then he was Luther Vandross and Barry White, Ricky Nelson, Frankie Valli, and many others. All right. So the terms, let's go back to the article. The terms HSP, highly sensitive person, and SPS, sensory processing sensitivity, and also empath, originated in the mid-1990s. I don't know when empaths originated, but the others did. By research psychologist Elaine Aron. And I'm on an errand now to give you information, new information that I discovered in my brain. Elaine Aron, because I'm mapping my brain. This is a first. Elaine Aron, who theorized that it's an inherent trait, being a sensory processing sensitive person, a highly sensitive person, is an inherent trait. Being an empath is an inherent trait, an innate survival strategy. Personal note from me. I developed, or rather established, this neural pathway when I was 4 years old, and my mother, Miss Frog they called her, who is now my granddaughter, Jandawa Ransinger, because she took a new birth as my granddaughter, told me, outside my realm of experience, that she had never wanted me, that she had tried to kill me when I was in her womb. The Eden, Eve, the daughter of the sun, energy entered. The sun's energy has entered his daughter naturally. That's DNA and genes. In the genes. Near the Eden are the guardians of Eden, the seamen trying to get an Eden. Note, they say the whole creation is in our brain. What's happened, what is happening, and what will happen. That's the past, the present, and the future. Everything all at once, at the same time, omnipresent, like God. Our brain is God, guard of our body. I am taking the pictures in my brain out these days and looking at them. I'm a photographer with my Android phone. Photographer decoded partly. A present heaven orders true. Radha Sami, which means Lord of the Soul and Souls. SOLTS, Lord of the SOLTS. I did a video where you're owned by the Rothschilds. They own American citizens. And souls, so you wills. Sun, old source. Okay. The sun is millions of years old, maybe billions of years old. Okay, and then this says, so, Sol, S-O-L, will, orders. You will. You, S-U-N, you will. Sun, S-U-N, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. Jiminy Cricket sang that. And Pinocchio, about Pinocchio's conscience. He was, guess, dreamer. He was, I guess, a dreamer. No, I don't think this he was belongs here. Pinocchio's conscience, yes, dreamer. Dreamer decoded. Daughter, her, energy, am, turn the letters around, Ma, energy. That's Mother of the Earth, Ma. Her Mercury is conjunct Venus in my horoscope, yes. I was Evangeline Adams, the astrologer. Mercury conjunct Venus. Venus backward spells Sun Eve. S-U-N-E-V. Sun Eve. Sun, energy, Eve, victory. Sun Eve. Eve. Evansville. And Eve, an angel. Eve, A, first letter, first person. Eve, A, entered God, Radhaswami. On another video, I showed that Radhaswami is the sun, the S-U-N is God. And I said, oh, wow, I discovered God. He's in the sky, hiding in plain sight. Which I have talked to him. I have seen him. He was wonderful. It was all I could do not to merge in him and set myself on fire. Okay. He told me to stop looking at him. He saw that I was losing my ability to resist his magnetism, his radiant energy. And this says, God's electrical mind field. This is mine, my field of knowledge. Like a coal mine, you feel, a diamond mine. And then the other, it's a duality here at this level. So the other mine, M-I-N-G, feel. Train feel. Einstein's real. I was Einstein in a past life. See Einstein, a real deal. What does it say? Dr. Einstein, right. Dr. Daughter, Eve, Dr. Einstein. Adam's will is real too. Adam is Michael Bublé. Now over here, I wrote, I am contacting my right hemisphere. Him is Spear. My husband is Sawan Singh, Michael John Spear. I've been married to him when he was Sawan Singh, the master of the Dara. And I've been married to him 37 years at this time of 21st century. Fear here. Okay, him is Spear, fear here. I fear him, I guess, a little, or I used to somewhat, a little, not much. Because he was the guillotine operator who chopped off my head when I was the Queen of France, Marie Antoinette. He was Sawan Singh, my husband then and now, that he's Michael John Spear. He was also the Nazi Albert Speer, the Nazi architect for Hitler. So Michael John Spear is my husband of 37 years, a queer. He's a homosexual. Queer decoded. Q-U-E-E, add an N is Queen, R for her. Queen her, that's me. Queen Victoria, who is not here, is in the UK being my daughter, Robin Birdsong. That's true. Oh, okay, so that's enough. That's intense. And I decided, instead of racing through my research, as I've done in my previous videos, and not letting you feel the truth of what I had discovered, I decided to do what everybody, my master, Jesus Christ, my first husband, Edwin Birdsong, and my own realization today, what I needed to do, which is to relax and tell you my research carefully and slowly. And let me say again, the curse has been lifted. The veil of darkness is being lit up by Jesus Christ and his wife to be. I'm planning my wedding, you see here. It says, wedding of the saints, of two saints, because I was Baroness Maria von Trapp, who had been a nun, who took 7 children of her husband, but he was her employer at first. She was a governess, and she taught them to sing, and they became a singing group, and they were able to escape the Nazi who were occupying Austria because they could sing. And then they, when he lost his money, Baron von Trapp lost his money, they were able to live because they were a famous singing group. You see, so that made her a saint. She was a saint, Maria von Trapp, and you could see The Sound of Music. It's a story about her. Okay, that's all for now, and I'm pleased to give you this information. Information is more valuable than money. Information will get you money. The people with the money keeping it a secret how they got it, because they got it crooked. They're crooks, the Rothschilds, you heard of them. I've done more videos about them, and I will do more in future. Okay, I'll talk to you later. I have so much on my mind, it's hard for me to stop sharing. Deborah Murdoch, Dr. Mike Murdoch, who is St. Paul, the Apostle, calls me the Queen of Information. Okay, so long. It's Mild Red Songbird, Eve Evangeline Einstein in New York City, saying goodbye.